What's up, guys? I'm BTC. There's been a special developer update answering a whole bunch of questions about the brand new character, Baptiste. This is kind of interesting. I don't think Blizzard's ever done this before. What they did was they took a whole bunch of questions from the official Overwatch forums and they had the developers answer them. There's some lore stuff and some gameplay stuff. Now, I'm going to skip most of the lore stuff because it's just kind of meh. I mean, like, one of the questions is, what's his favorite food? Yeah, no one cares. Like, that's not important. I'm just going to skip that stuff. But there are two things. One is, what is his interactions and relationship with Sombra? And apparently they're really good friends. So Sombra is keeping tabs on what Baptiste is doing, even though he's outside of Talon. And that kind of makes me think that maybe the upcoming Archives mission will be the Talon one, because it might show some of those interactions and some of the friendship between Baptiste and Sombra even after he leaves. The other thing is how to pronounce his name, and we did get an official response, and that is he pronounces the P. So it's going to be Baptiste, not Batiste. So Jeff Kaplan apparently pronounced it wrong, but hey, you know what? Knowing Blizzard lore, it'll probably get retconned in like a month or so anyways. Got him. All right, let's move on to the important stuff. Gameplay. The first question is, Immortality Field feels as powerful as an ultimate ability. Why did you decide to make it a regular ability? And Jeff Goodman responded to this one. He says, the Immortality Field has many disadvantages compared to other support ultimates, such as Transcendence and Sound Barrier. If a Baptiste player can work around these disadvantages, they can potentially use this ability to even stop another team's ultimate, which can be a huge advantage to his team. This is one of the things that makes Baptiste so exciting to play. He didn't actually answer the question there, though. Why did you make it a regular ability? Jeff Goodman didn't actually respond to that. He said, oh yeah, it's really cool, but he didn't say why they made it alright, well, I guess it has disadvantages. You can destroy it, and that is basically why, you know, it's a regular ability. If it had been an ultimate, I think it probably would have not had the ability to destroy the drone, but I don't think he actually answered the question there. That was kind of weird. All right, let's hope that the next one's best. When will Baptiste be released on the live realm, and when will he join competitive play? Okay, so this is one a lot of people have been asking. Baptiste will be ready for the live servers within the next couple weeks. As with all new hero releases, there will be a 1-week period after he is released before he is available for competitive play. Normally it's 2 weeks. Did they reduce that? I don't know. They keep changing it. Maybe. Anyways, I think we'll probably see Baptiste on the live version of the game maybe, possibly next week. If not next week, then probably on the 26th or the 27th. Because you gotta remember, the first week of March, I think they're gonna start teasing for the Archives event. Or maybe that week or whatever, but they're going to start teasing the Archives event pretty soon, so they need to get Baptiste out onto the live version of the game and have people get familiar with the character before that happens. Next question, can we get an official answer on Exo Boots not being affected by hack EMP on the PTR? Seems like it has to be a bug that is not hackable, as it's incredibly inconsistent with hack rules of interaction with every other ability in the game. And this one was confirmed. It is a bug, and it will be fixed by the time Baptiste is released, so hacking an EMP will disable the Exo Boots when the character goes to the live version of the game. Next one. Immortality Field is very strong and helpful skill, but I think health of the generator is a little too high and the cooldown is too short. What do you guys think about it? So their response was, the Immortality Field can be destroyed very quickly when multiple enemies are focusing it, as it only has 250 health and doesn't move. If it does end up being too powerful, we can always lower the health or increase the cooldown to a more reasonable amount. Right now, I think the ability seems fine, although it's going to need to be tested more in a competitive setting, because on the PTR, it's just kind of a mess. Everybody's just doing whatever they want. And also, another thing is with the no limit 6v6, when you have 6 Baptistes on one team and they're just constantly throwing them out, you can't really gauge the strength of an ability when you have 6 of them on your team, right? That's just not going to work. You need to have one, and it needs to be in a more standard comp in order to find out whether or not it's going to be too strong or too weak or that sort of stuff. So we'll just kind of have to wait on that one. And the next question is, I understand Baptiste's ultimate is a double effect buff, but wouldn't this mechanic be overpowered? For example, would certain abilities be able to one-shot opponents while under Zenyatta or Lucio's ultimate? And the answer is, Amplification Matrix is a powerful ultimate that could potentially enable teammates to one-shot an enemy. It does have its downsides too, that it only boosts projectiles and hit scan, has a short duration, and holds a static position so enemies can simply avoid line of sight until the ultimate is over, making the timing of placing the Amplification Matrix very important. Sometimes it's much stronger to use it for healing your allies. That's all the questions that they had for Baptiste. Now, one other thing I want to quickly go over is that recently one of the Overwatch devs did mention something about Hero 31 and that it's probably not going to be Echo. Now, I talked about this in a previous video where I said that the Overwatch devs have talked about Echo and how she is such an important character to the game and to the story, and they really need to build the character up more, and possibly we might have an archive event that involves Echo, but I still kind of think that we might be getting a Talon one for this year. I think Talon event would be really, really cool. But anyways, the point is that they're going to need to build up the Echo character a little bit more before they actually release it. And the Overwatch dev did appear to seem that he said, no, it's not going to be Hero 31, so that kind of, shuts that down. But you also have to keep in mind that they're not always going to be completely honest with us. They need to be a little misleading here and there in order to keep the surprise. And, they can't just tell us, yes, this character is going to be Hero 31 or Hero 32 or whatever that is. They have to keep that surprise going. But it does almost certainly seem like Echo will not be Hero 31. So just wanted to put that out there because I know a bunch of people are going to be asking about it. Now, if there's more stuff that you want to learn about Baptiste, however, I've already made a Mythbuster that goes over all of his interactions. I went a guide that shows all of his different abilities and the stats for all of them. And I also did a versus video with him versus all of the other characters, showing who he counters and who's a good counter against him. So you can go and check out those other videos so that when Baptiste does hit the live version of the server, you'll be ready to hit the ground running. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like to see more, subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss anything. Also, come hang out in my Discord server and my Twitch live stream. Special thanks to my Patreon supporters. If you'd like to see what kind of cool VIP rewards you can get, check the links down below. And remember, always blame the controller because it's never your fault.